Hi, everybody. Thanks for pulling up a chair. I am on my journey for my Can You Become a Medium If You Didn't Think You Were Born One? This is where I'm at. I'm Donna Meador. If we don't know each other, I want you to know I am a mature woman. I have been around for a while. I'm heading into my, let's just say I'm past 65, and I've got a lot of wisdom under my belt because I have lived and I have learned and I have processed and I have learned and I have lived some more, okay? I am widowed and now happily remarried, and I think the moment that my late husband passed away is what catapulted me into the world of looking for him in places that I could not see and I could not hold. And so that started me on that journey. Even though I always believed in spiritualism, I always believed in the afterlife, I always believed if God could do anything, why wouldn't he do that too? So I looked for Pietro where he was and not where he wasn't. And as we moved through that journey, which is now 10 years ago, I met and married another Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Jeff Meador. So he was brought up with a different lifestyle. He was brought up as a born-again Christian. That's the road he took. I was brought up Catholic and segued into spiritualism, not really understanding. And of course, there wasn't words at the time. I just always knew I was spiritual. I didn't actually know it was the kind of like a unity church, right? So I say all that to say that I got snagged a little over a year ago to start wondering, could I become a medium? Is this something I could do? I never felt like I was born one. I just was always intrigued with the spirit world and always know it was possible because I believed God could do anything. And so I started the journey of discovering and going to classes. I'm enrolled in a year-long program with the Shift Network, with Jean Else and Suzanne Giesman, and it has been eye-opening. So I want to share with you right now an experience I had yesterday. I'm now a little over 2 months in of actually practicing mediumship, actually connecting with somebody's beloved beyond the veil. And so yesterday's was a practice where you were matched up with somebody. You didn't know who it was going to be. It was arbitrary. And I connected with this gal, and I closed my eyes, and I'm of course trying to keep my eyes open because that's what they're teaching us to do. And in comes this man, and I start to describe him. And it was fascinating. I'm trying to convey to you what I'm seeing and then what I'm speaking, because it's like playing charades. This is why mediumship isn't all so easy. It's not like, oh yeah, you kind of have to discern. You do have to discern, not kind of. And you have to, how are you going to deliver the information that you're receiving? And yesterday, I was receiving images in my mind's eye of a man, and I described him to a T to my sitter, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's totally him. And what was even funnier is I kept saying, well, he has a mustache. Oh, but then he doesn't have a mustache. He's clean shaven, but then he shows me a mustache again. Turns out he would grow it and shave it and grow it and shave it, which was really exciting. I saw his rassled hair. I don't even know if rasseled's a word, but you know what I'm saying. He wasn't clean cut. He kind of had a little straight hair, a little over the ear. It wasn't like a neat trim cut. And he wore a suit jacket, but he did not wear a suit. I could see all this in my mind's eye. And it comes through so quickly, the images, that you want to grab the image and then do your best to convey what you see, because now you're translating an image. It's like pixels coming through. It could end up blurry if you don't describe it correctly, or it can be clear, like high HD, right? So I could see him in flashes, and I also at the end saw a cigarette, and they're like, yes, he smoked. Like, yes, that's so wild. You totally got it. She was like really thrilled with what I would brought through. I could feel, I could sense that this was not a father image to her. I could feel it. It didn't feel like a parent, okay? And as it turned out, it was her uncle. So there's certain things we're learning to capture this image that comes through in pixels, if you will, in the mind's eye so quick, and then how to describe it to the person waiting to hear from their beloved so that you're giving as accurate an account as you can. Now, we don't ask questions. We just simply ask when we say, if we get a bit of information, I'll turn to my sitter and say, can you resonate with this? Does any of this make sense? And she'll either say yes, no, or I don't know. We don't want them to elaborate because we don't want our left brain to get involved and start to check things off the list. Okay, we want to let our ego come over here and rest while our right brain and connect with the spirit world. It is a fascinating experience. Nobody could tell me the spirit world does not exist. Now, can I control who comes through? No, we cannot control. We cannot call upon somebody. We can ask. We can, you know what? And here's what I'm going to tell you right now, which is the most amazing thing, because as a woman's dating coach, I also teach this. The most important aspect that most of us have not mastered is the art of receiving. We're so used to giving and nurturing that when somebody gives to us, we feel almost, if we were brought up in a religious house that would kind of always say it's better to give than receive. Well, that's not really always true. In fact, it's not true. And so it's so important to receive. If I didn't learn to receive, I would not be learning to receive information from the spirit world, which, by the way, these are simply people without bodies, and they are as excited and eager to connect with us as we are with them. So I am excited that you're on this journey with me. I'm going to do another recording because I have another sitting that I did and I want to share with you about. And if you have any questions, drop. In the meanwhile, I'm so grateful that you pulled up a chair and you're getting curious with me, because the spirit world is very real and more, I believe, than you can even imagine. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.